Game 1 between VSG and C9. Casters, let's go.
And go we shall. And again, happy birthday over to Kioway. We'll see if she's got the birthday buff. Welcome to the Casters desk. It's me, Naisu, joined alongside Mirko to bring you this matchup, the West versus West, the rise of emerging regions here, of course, as we jump into the Land of Dawn for this first game of the best of 3. Mirko, how are we feeling, man? What do we think of the lineups here for both these teams? Interesting for C9 especially.
Very interesting, man. I mean, hey, Brock in the mid lane. We technically did see this already. I mean, on Ashley yesterday, right? In the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
There's an Angela paired up together with the Grok. That's the usual combo. I've never seen the Grok paired up with the Lolita. At least it's been a while. Now I guess we get to see. Clear is pretty good. Ashley, QC, not the concussive blast. So it is truly going to be a Grok mid. They're going to utilize. My question is, do they go damage?
Oh, like the damage build for the Grok? Good, actually, good question. And I think part of it too is the way that I see it, because we were in the mid cast when they had the tiebreaker game, but Ashley on that Grok did play a pivotal role in them turning that game around. A lot of poke here already early on, and the one thing that they do have to be careful for is synchro on this pick. Time and time again, we've seen debut picks, as Eternal like to call it, the DOD, right? The day of debuts is what it's been up to this point. And so far, even with the looks, you have to respect the damage. You have to respect those Chaos Bolts. Once she starts, especially locking, even the first item, already is actually quite a big power spike. And I think, if you go the tanky route, which is what we're seeing here, at least with Ashley and Xayah, it could work. It could be enough to be that stalwart for them. But then where are you relying on that damage?
Exactly.
Panda to farm up. Oh, hold on.
Good side damage. Nicolette's still holding on to the sword. We'll be able to use the enhanced sword. Out Jewel going to be caught now. Minin able to dash in front. Petrified. The Furious dive. Getting 2 members. First blood picked up. Ashley. The OT to get it down. And my God. Minin. Double kill. Picking it up top.
I'm surprised it's been a while. I mean, yes, I know Yu Zhang popped up yesterday some, but you kind of get refreshed when you look at this STC replay on why Yu Zhang is such a good pick. Look at the dive into the Petrify,
Instant.
and then the Essence, man. On point. Plus the Warcry emblem. So that little bit of boost really does help kind of capitalize on those kills, and that's what I was saying. When you go back to C9's lineup, it's like you have to wait for your damage. Right now, it's just going to be Nicolette. We've seen this so much with the Julian pick, especially in the jungle. But you kind of lack damage. You sacrifice it for that durability, for that front line. And so sometimes it might just be for a VSG to be like, you know what, let's just fight. Let's just duke it out. We have the lineup for it. And then at the whole time, you just let Rion farm up.
It's the same for Cloud9, really. I mean, if we take a look at the play styles of Cloud9 throughout this tournament so far in the group stages, and even in the tiebreaker, Panda's just been given carry all the time. She loves playing this carry, and it's all about really non-laning for the carry. She's a really good, carry is a really good pick to just non-lane. You're just there, farm up, while charge on the Kioway with enhanced chain as well. But they're unable to find enough damage. Xayah rotates over. Kioway's like, yeah, nah, you're not going to be able to dish out enough damage. She uses the Lycan Pounce offensively. Meanwhile, up top, Minin going to be able to dodge away from the enhanced chain. With the Fear Dive going to be walled down. Good Petrify in Black Dragon form as well, but will be slashed from the skies. Xayah, now with the Bulwark. Got a bit of damage. Synchro with the damage. Now it's Gaily with a knockup. It's only on to Xayah, canceling out the Nuna Blast. Ooh. Nicolette coming in with the enhanced sword. Finding the gap closer to get Synchro. Gaily.
They want more.
Going back, trying to deal some damage. Back again, immobilized, and the sword once more. Xayah picks up the kill this time to get Cloud9 in the lead.
Okay. All right. They got some fight in them. They have some damage too. It took them a little bit longer, of course, but great usage of that. They might still just put the pressure here on this side of the jungle. And, okay, Minun's going to be fine. But, yeah, that actually, the way that team fight went, it almost looked like they were a little off-synchronized. But then they pulled on through for that skirmish, for that team fight up top, able to capitalize on a couple of kills. Relatively still even, but here we go. Now the objective for the taking here. They're going to go ahead and start this one up, of course. But we'll see if this is going to be C9's turtle in their hands.
Gaily with a knockup. Xayah still able.
Reset.
Just dash away. Nicolette back on the orange buff. And yeah, it's a reset, but VSG want to take this time to actually go for it.
Yeah, right now, too. Gaily doesn't have the Minoan's Fury just yet. Might be back up. That might be why they're stalling this out. Warax picked up now for Minoon. Has the Petrify available. They're going to start it up. I'm not sure what C9 wants to do.
Good barrier down. Ashley going in with a wild charge, able to find a stun, but still Kioway finds it. Good brilliance to slow her down. Minion find the barrier side and the petrify. But not to anyone. Not just yet. Numenal Blast. And then Kioway, Nicolette jumping in and Hash Chain knocking 2 members up. But Kaylee's still going to be able to survive. Jewel pops into Vengeance right now. Synchro does damage with the Chaos. And man, that's a lot of damage. Jewel shredded, obliterated down.
That's what I was talking about. You know, the damage early on. Still going though. Re-engage.
Flicker out from Synchro. Xayah still able to find the kill. Now Kioway joining the fight with Rian. Coming in again. Kioway with Lycan form. Xayah to be caught blazing away from Rian. Able to dish out enough damage to take Xayah. But then the blazing duet gets cancelled by Nicolette's enhanced chain. And Rian is still staying in his mid lane, but won't be able to get any hits onto that turret.
This is going to be a battle, man. You know, and I hope that this series does go the full distance. You know, the 3 games that we're hoping for, because so far... Ooh. Oh, hold on. Minun? Is she going to be able to get away from this?
Nope.
Ashley didn't even need to do that, but that was just for good measure. Goes in with a wild charge, kill secured there, of course, for the team now. And that's what I was saying, you know, for the most part for these 2 teams, very even on the way they want to fight. It's just, now I'm kind of wondering, all right, where is that spike for both of the teams here in terms of the power spike? You already saw that damage coming out from Synchro this early on. So, you know, for Cloud9, is it going to happen faster? Jewel in trouble, though, might be.
Vengeance going to be at back up. In 1 second, she does pop in the ultimate, doesn't use the Vengeance just yet, but VSG get a few good hits on the turret. So it's Cloud9 though, who are leading in terms of structures, and we get a good look at the items. That's a Holy Crystal Rush for Nicolette.
Holy Crystal Rush going to be there. Golden Staff picked up by Panda. And that's the thing. You got Glowing Wand and then the Arcane Boots. That penetration is what made Synchro hurt so much. There's the Holy Crystal locked in. A lot of this, the first item was being already picked up here. DHS as well for Rian. She's been able to farm up pretty well, you know, for the most part. And we saw her rotate really well up to that fight earlier on in the mid lane. And so that's something that Cloud9 now has to be careful of, especially with those blazing duets, utilizing the Bulwark when they have it, or even the Guardian's Barrier from Ashley. They have a couple things in mind that they can utilize when it comes to those team fights. But now it's up. Turtle, last one of the game here. If either team does commit to this, but it looks like they're going to go ahead. C9 gets control of the area, but still, look at this, on the way.
Rian going to be assassinated. Nicolette finding the solo kill. And the assassination onto Rian.
That's big.
That's massive. That's not just big. A good barrier. Xayah rotating forward again. Putting the bulwark down. Really just denying any sort of retaliation. VSG.
Even down a member. Whoa, Ashley.
Into the wall. Charged them without blast. Stunning them in. A good Minas Fury from Kaylee. Turns it around. Kioway now with Lycan form. Dealing some damage back again. Has a Lycan pounce. Goes untargetable. Jewel walks in. Panda gets the fadeaway kill. And again, Cloud9, they get the better response.
Cloud9 gets the response. Now they're going to go for the turtle, but they are quite low. Kaylee has the information here, Synchro, and now Rian's joining this fight, but too late, too little. Kaylee will get away with her life, but the turtle secured for Cloud9. What a setup in the mid lane from Ashley. Let's take a look at the STC replay here. Keep an eye. There it is. Good wild charge, ultimate, and then even the Numenal Blast. And, you know, either way, when you're looking at this team fight unfold, the same can be said. The same can happen even later on with the lineup that VSG has. That's something that's going to be crucial here.
That team fight was definitely saved by Kaylee there, because Kaylee, she popped in, hold up. Kaylee, just as I mentioned her, you know, I thought the Caster Curse was going to strike instantly, but yeah, Kaylee pops in Minas Fury right as the Numenal Blast was going to connect onto all of the members. So if she didn't do that, that would have been probably a wipe for Cloud9. Kaylee able to pop into Minas Fury in time, and that's what saved them in that team fight.
Minotaur's probably been, I feel like, one of the best heroes so far. Yeah. Not just here in MWI, but even for MSC. Such a crucial pick for a lot of teams to utilize.
All-rounder.
Minions Fury, the way that it works great here. Mid lane, though, still going to be the focus as both these teams working on the tier 1s. And I'm just wondering, too, if there's enough damage potential already for Panda as she picks up the DHS right on at Q. Oh, hold on.
Ashley with a power of nature. Get out of CC, but not out of damage. Good Minas Fury again. Oh, you can see that damage pile up as well from Panda on the carry. Jumping forward, but now without the ultimate. Now on cooldown. Nicolette's doing a good job, by the way. Just in her own world, in her own island up top. But that's good on the Julian. You want to try to isolate some of these members. And the damage is really starting to hurt. You can see even just the chain there. Taking Rian. taking that much HP from Rian.
Yeah, both gold laners pretty much at this point are where they need to be. Golden Snap also picked up for Rian. And, you know, that's where, again, as we get ready for this Lord, it's up in 5 seconds here. The way you utilize these setups, the CC potential, once Gailey has it, Minoan Fury, and even the Dragon form, as long as Cloud9 plays against that, and vice versa, as long as they dodge that wild charge setup we saw earlier from Ashley, they're going to be good. But look how fast Cloud9's doing the Lord here.
Rian doesn't seem to be concerned there. Nicolette will be able to secure it there. That's a wild charge into the wall, straight as Jewel goes in for a bit of damage onto Minion, but she's able to just sustain. But meanwhile, like I said, Rian up top, taking a page out of Nicolette's book. Last few fights, but now Nicolette will try to match that. Gets spun in the bush. Rian utilizing the defensive battle mirror image to escape. Tier 2 turret for Lord.
You know, Rian's probably like, oh, hold on. They're all in there. Zaya!
Oh, still able to escape. Gailey gets a knock-up, but it's only on Zaya. Now Panda jumps into him. Now Blast going to be able to connect right there, but the Brilliance gets him out. Kioway looking for the Lycan form initiation, but knows that it's going to be a bit too risky to dive in all alone. C9 pop in the conceal. Take a look at Nicolette.
That was a lot used. I mean, they still have the Lord to take care of too, by the way. But Cloud9 knows that. They might just go ahead and try to get some turrets, of course, with this first one.
Look at this.
Nicolette waiting. Oh, she's going to get spotted out. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen for them. But they can still go for the play, at least in the mid lane. Get a couple tier 2s if they can as well. Good thing that Nicolette did the work earlier on the top side. But Lord will go down relatively quickly. Again, first one, it's already being taken care of by Rian. They want this tier 1.
Good knock up again. That's an enhanced into the back. Wall charge from Ashley. Getting them enough space to go for the tier 1 mid lane. Wow. With the first Lord in the bottom lane as well, those are some big minions crashing down onto the turret. A barrier placed down by Ashley. They will not be able to find anything else, but still, that's 2 tier 2s with the first Lord.
I feel like in a lot of the games that we've seen so far for MWI, this is the most kind of standard, if you will. It's kind of like this slow burn into that first Lord, because some games end, you know, you're already in the base after that first Lord take. But with these lineups, they got to be kind of more calculated, I'd say, with how they approach those fights, how they approach those team fights, because it's almost like once everything is used, all that CC potential, then it's kind of like you got to back off. Key item pickup here too for Panda. She gets the Wind of Nature now. She has that online. Divine Glaive for Synchro. So if you thought she hurt earlier, now that she has Divine Glaive, it's gonna hurt even Ashley, as tanky as she is, or Xayah, as tanky as she can be. And Jewel, I mean, even with this Thamus, you know, popping that Vengeance, jumping into the fight, you can see the build that she went to. You know, she's got good defense, but she's kind of like that extra front line. It's like, you already got the Grok there, full, looks like pretty much tank build, by the way. We were wondering exactly where she would go. And you have 3 tanky frontliners. So jump in and then hope that that's enough to keep it together. Nicolette also picks up a Winter's Crown.
This is why the Lunox is going to be increasingly more of a threat as we get into the later stage of the game, because you have a lot of tanky frontliners, but hey, the Lunox actually thrives against those tanky frontliners, can go and shred you down, especially, I think, after the Divine Glaive. I mean, she might even go for Holy Crystal if she really wants to go for it. It's very greedy, but if you want that extra burst, if you wanted to get rid...
Just go Big Damn.
Go Big Damn, exactly, of these tanky frontliners. The main problem, I would say, for the Lunox, the Roger, and the Claude has been the fact that Xayah's Guardian's Bulwark has been well-timed in these team fights. So VSG, they've kind of lost a lot of momentum every single team fight just based on Xayah standing in their way with the Bulwark.
Okay. Look at this, how careful they are to approach the Lord. They got the information. Nicolette's not even around here.
Nope.
And Rian gives them that. She did take the purple, but this could be a chance for VSG to go ahead and play around the fact that Nicolette's way up top. And they might just go ahead and start this as quick as they can here.
Let's go wild charge into the back line, fighting 2 members right there as Rian is able to dodge away from them. Blast Gailey jumps into Minis Fury, but still, it's Synchro who finds the Lord. Rian with Blazing Duet now, but they're all going to be gunned down. Synchro very low, still able to survive as Minion will be the sacrificial lamb to get them out.
Okay, they get the Lord though. They get the Lord off with that. That might buy him a little more time. Down 2 members though. Cloud9's going to go ahead and go for the tier 2, possibly knock on these base turrets. You know, so is that enough? Is that enough value? They're going to have to defend against this, though.
Lycan Pounce coming down. Nicolette very, very low. Synchro jumps with the brilliance. Widow Crown just right there. Excited to be slain in the bottom side tier turret. Panda now going 1v3, scratched away by the birthday girl. Kioway with a double, and they still have a Lord.
Man, I was hoping Cloud9, you know, they would realize that they still had to deal with the Lord. But they go in, they try to get the turret. They do get the mid turret down, but at what cost? And now it's up to VSG. They're going to run it down mid here. Lord's still on the top side. And still, members down from Cloud9 here. They got to wait, try to keep them at bay. It's Jewel and Ashley for now, but it might be too late here. How can they buy enough time?
Two base turrets taking down Jewel in the midst of it all, trying to tank it up. Doesn't have the vengeance. That's Gailey again to knock them up. You can hear the drums once again as VSG secure game 1.
It's that victory song. You know, that's that birthday buff right there. And remember, man, like they watched that last Lord kind of dance or tango, so be it. But they knew